Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So Kellye SoRelle was considered to be the Oath Keepers' general counsel. She was also reportedly romantically involved with the group's founder, Elmer Stewart Rhodes. And she was with Rhodes on January 6th. Now, neither one of them entered the Capitol, but they were on the Capitol grounds with other members. So SoRelle was indicted on numerous charges back in September of 2022, very serious charges, including conspiracy. She was scheduled to go on trial next month on July 10th, along with other Oath Keepers members. Well, the trial is now up in the air because SoRelle's attorney and the prosecutor have informed the judge SoRelle is not competent to stand trial. This was confirmed by evaluators for both the defense and the government. U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta is presiding over this case and this supposedly upcoming trial, we'll see. And he appeared to be kind of at a loss at the status conference because he admitted he's never allowed someone to remain free on bond when they've been deemed incompetent. They would have been locked up. So Judge Mehta told the attorneys, quote, "There's a whole host of questions here, obviously, that rise up, and I don't feel like we have the answers." The prosecutor said he couldn't say for sure how long it might take to restore competency, but he estimated that if she was placed in jail and put on medication, it could take as many as 4 months. He also asked the judge to allow the trial to commence as planned, just without SoRelle, and just, allow the other Oath Keepers to go to trial. So we'll see what the judge decides. But from what I'm reading, this situation with SoRelle appears to have been in the making for several years. According to a man named Wayne Baker, SoRelle just became increasingly extreme over the past 4 years. Baker worked at a law firm with her, and he also helped her to run her congressional campaign. Apparently, she ran for office in 2019. So Baker was contacted by a local reporter at Hood County News. This was shortly after the arrest of Rhodes, because it was rumored that SoRelle was going to be next. So they reach out to this guy, and he told the news outlet, quote, "During her campaign, I watched her become more and more radical in her beliefs, and she went down a path that no one could pull her back from. This ultimately led to her divorce and the loss of many friendships. I have not spoken to Kellye in over a year and a half. I knew Kellye well, and watching the rapid decline in her behavior seemed to me like a mental illness. I do not know this for sure, but I do know that the Kellye SoRelle that exists today is not the same Kellye SoRelle I agreed to support in her campaign for Texas House District 60. The owner of the law firm that she worked for also spoke with Hood News, and he said that during the COVID lockdowns, he gave employees the option of working from home. Well, SoRelle said, yes, I want to do that. She availed herself of that option because she said one of her kids had asthma, and so she was concerned about becoming sick and then that child being affected. But her boss said there was this anti-lockdown protest that was held one weekend at the state capitol, and he just so happened to see photos of this event, and he saw SoRelle along with the other protesters. So he confronted her about her attendance at this event. He sent her a text, and she excused it away, saying, "Oh, I wasn't around anybody." So he circled her in the photo, and then he texted her the photo and basically said, "Get your ass back in the office." So her boss is a man named Paul Hyde, and he said basically he grew very tired of her increasingly radical behavior. So he was planning to have a talk with her, but before he had a chance to do that, she resigned. And he said that she sent him this, quote, rambling email at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. So that was in May of 2020. And according to court documents, that same month, SoRelle moved in with Rhodes. So it would seem she left her husband, left her children, she has 4 kids, and went and moved in with Rhodes, or they got a place together. And Hyde said she was well down the quackspiracy rabbit hole by that time. He also told the news outlet, quote, "Unfortunately, as much as we all tried to help her, it became very obvious that she was beyond any help we could give her." Another attorney who also knew SoRelle through an attorney's Facebook group, he didn't know her in person, but just through this group, he said that following the 2020 election, quote, "I'm kind of looking at her page and interacting with her some on that page, and kind of starting from a place of trying to debate rationally with her about certain things. But you can't have a rational conversation with somebody that's not arguing rationally. It just became clear how unhinged she had become." So this attorney said that there was a hope that reality would set in, but he said, quote, "It never did. It only escalated. Next thing you know, she's the lawyer for the Oath Keepers, and she's filing batshit insane lawsuits." So the news outlet said that the Texas Lawyers Assistance Program had been contacted about SoRelle. I don't know who contacted them, but apparently they have been contacted about her. This is a group that assists attorneys who are struggling with substance abuse or mental health issues. But they said without the buy-in from the attorney that's at risk, the one who needs help, they just can't do much about it. So we'll see if the court can do something. Judge Mehta has to make a decision on what they're going to do moving forward with the other people in this case. And also, like I said, what's going to go on with SoRelle. We'll see if he orders her into custody and if he orders her to undergo some sort of treatment. So I feel horrible for her kids, feel horrible for her husband and her kids because they are the true victims in this. And just goes to show you the power of these quackspiracies, how they pull people under. Anyway, I will keep you posted. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.